All right, welcome to the Major Vibe Show. This is episode 23, and today you're here with me, Andy, and my brother, Mish.
Hey, here we are. We made it to 23 episodes.
Made it to 23 episodes. It's been about 4 months since the last one, but look, when you're building a business, sometimes you're lazy and you don't want to do other stuff, and that has been mostly me.
Yeah, but I haven't followed up on you. And the weeks go fast. There's always busy stuff to do, so it is what it is, man.
Yeah, but today's Memorial Day. Everyone's off today in the States, so we figured it'd be a perfect day to have a good time, be social, and a little productive by doing this podcast.
I love it. Yeah, I get to do the little edit after, which is barely an edit because it's just one camera.
Nice.
But it's Memorial Day in the US of A here.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel, I can feel it, the easy vibe of the outside world today?
Oh yeah, I left the house early. It was very quiet on the road. I walked into the coffee shop, American flags everywhere, there was a party inside. Everyone is very patriotic here. So it was like American flag hats and stuff. God bless America. Happy Memorial Day. So everyone was very into it. All of the veterans were all out too.
Yeah, there's no traffic.
No traffic anywhere. People are happy.
Yeah.
People are happy. Everyone is going to the lake. Not a lot of ocean here in Arizona, but there's a lot of lakes and a lot of people love the boat world, which is what the world we kind of grew up in Montreal. We didn't have beaches, but everyone always went to the lake.
Except us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't grow up in that, but we went to the we went to the desert on vacation.
We came here when we were kids. Yeah.
All right. So it's nice to be back.
It's nice to be back. You're just coming. No, you're not coming off. You're on currently a 31-day streak.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's your vibe score today?
My vibe score today is 99. 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row, 99. I'm at 95 today, which...
That's great.
Yep, on a 2-day streak. What else?
Well, let's talk about those because there's we can dive in a little bit into those 90. You're on a 2-day streak. What has led you to your streak? It's
just honestly, if I just don't eat sugar 2 hours before bed. That's really it. I sleep better and my heart scores are better.
That's great. And I always ask this question, but do you feel it?
Yeah, usually. Not always. There are some times where I'll wake up and I'll look at my vibe score and it's 85, but I'll feel like a 70. But there's other times where I'll have a 68, but I'll feel like a 90. But it's rare. It's usually accurate.
Yeah.
The times where I wake up with a low vibe score, usually because either my balance score is messed up or my sleep. But when I wake up on low vibe, I'm I've got that 3-4 hour adrenaline energy guiding me through the day, but I crash hard. So a low vibe score, sometimes I feel fine when I wake up.
Yeah.
Probably not at my sharpest, but the crash comes after.
Is it like when you wake up for a crazy early flight, back in the day when you're kind of hungover, but you have all this energy?
Yeah, you just go.
But then you're toast, fini.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on my best week probably in a few months. My one blue day was because I slept about 5 hours that night. I just couldn't sleep.
Okay. Which happens.
But the following day, I was so tired that I got 8.5 hours of sleep. And then the next day I had a 97. So that's when I really felt it. I was like, 97. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. And you got a 95 today.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, I'm on a 31-day streak.
What did you changed stuff? You're on a regimen of some sort. This is not your stock life, right?
No, but it damn well should be.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not that crazy. The unstock life is more like an excuse of mediocrity in order to live in balance.
Mm-hmm.
But there's really no balance. And it's a very simple thing. I'm just going to bed between 8:30 and 9, falling asleep usually between 9 and 9:30. So that's been a huge one because I'm getting my sleep. There's no way my sleep is messed up when I go to bed at that time. And the reason I'm going to bed at that time is because Yuli usually goes to bed, my wife, around that time. And I usually stay downstairs. I'm like, yeah, cool. I can
fuck around,
scroll on my phone, fuck around, watch YouTube, watch the stuff that she doesn't want to watch because there's a lot of stuff that I want to watch that she has no interest in.
Mm-hmm. She needs to get her taste together.
But what ends up happening is I scroll YouTube for about an hour, watch nothing. I'm frustrated, and then I go to bed. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just go to bed at the same time, brush my teeth early. Histy comes to bed. When we all go to bed, instead of her hanging out downstairs, we all go to bed at the same time.
Mhm.
And so that's been a huge pillar. And I've been tracking my calories. So really, I'm not ingesting like too much too often. I'm not having days of like total binges. Usually like my Saturdays were getting really out of hand, even if it's during the day, but I was just blowing it up too much. And now my resting heart rate is way lower. It's like between 41 and 43. And my HRV is constantly over 85. And it's just way better. So it's that simple. I'm not going to bed late. I'm not eating too much. I'm training 3 days a week only. Steps have increased. So I'm getting between 10 to 12,000 steps a day and no weed whatsoever. Zero.
Mm.
And that's been a good one because that's literally the thing that removes my willpower. Like I can have all the goals I want Monday to Thursday.
No, weed will just make you lazy.
Not even lazy. It's just like, oh, whatever goal you have, weed will make sure that you don't adhere to it. So it's been like 35 days, maybe 40 days of no weed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel way better, way more balanced, way more consistent. My vibe score is on average around 90-ish, 92. And it's just way better. I'm waking up a little earlier. I'm feeling less volatile in my emotions. And I'd say my nervous system is feeling pretty good. So yeah, that's the regimen. I'm losing weight. I'm down about like 9 pounds, which is sweet.
Nice.
And yeah, getting nice and cut, over the summer. And that's about it. But I just like living this way because I just feel better overall.
Totally. The other night, I was on a 4 or 5 day streak and I was like, fuck this. I said, I do not feel like not eating. I do not feel like going to bed at 9 o'clock. So I'm different when you're on a streak, you go into like God mode. If I'm on too long of a streak,
you can't take the heat.
No, I hate it. Cause like, I'm like, okay, I did like 5 great days. In those 5 days, I got a lot of great stuff done. If I go another 10 days on this trying to get 90s, I'm going to get depressed. I think maybe that's the
self-sabotage.
No, because I don't self-sabotage. Like,
no, you're just like
by me not having a purple day, I'm saying like I'm going to have a box of cookies or something. That's fine. Like I'm not eating 40 donuts. I'm not doing insane binges for 3 days. It's like, no, it's just like 2-3 hours. And I'm going to like stay up till 3 a.m. watching Star Wars or something just because that's what I like to do sometimes.
I totally get it.
But for me, I like to do those. I like to break it up because I think my longest streak was 23 days. The longer the streak piled up, the more I felt like I had to do it. And I don't like that. So for me, I don't care. But I know damn right. 1 day or 2 day streak, fine. 3 day streak, cool. 4 days, you start to feel really good. 5 days, energy is good. 6 days, you're in God mode. Nothing can stop you. So the longer you go, the better you are.
Totally. And I'm not being obsessive about the streak. I don't even really think about it. Like it's the thing I care about the least. I'm just really liking how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. And I'm liking the results I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like
we're at a crazy time in life too, where we need to be focused and we're building a business. So
yeah. And there's so much noise that when I'm eating too much or my mood is too volatile, I get unfocused. And when I'm unfocused, I'm like, oh, we got to do this. And we got to do that. And we got to do that. And the last time I did like a weight loss thing or a cutting phase was 2016, 2017, where I really got like super shredded. And the shredded is like, yeah, okay, it looks cool. Like I'm all ripped and stuff. But the cool part was the focus. It's like hitting my calories every day.
You're just dialed.
It gives me like, it hits off my checklist. I feel like proud. Mm-hmm. I feel like satisfied. I'm maximizing my gains. I'm still eating a lot of fun stuff, but it's all like within reason. And I was blogging and I was making videos and I was doing all this stuff. And I was kind of distancing myself from like the average person, which is required now. Like I know this year we want to get 25,000
Users.
We want to get
Couple million in the
$2
bank.
million of investment. And I know that if I'm just living like my old normal 9 to 5 self,
You
I'm
can't achieve it
not
if you're
gonna-
coasting.
No. So I want to be dialed. The Vibe Score is not intended for you to live perfect, but it's just showing me the results of my current lifestyle.
Mhm.
And I know that in this lifestyle is how we break into new timelines,
Totally.
how we enter new dimensions. And that's why I'm doing it. The fate of the universe is at our hands here.
I love it. So now we'll go into a little bit of updates on Pear and the world around it. So first big update is we are finally on the App Store. We did a soft launch, so we didn't do a big announcement or anything like that. Just Instagram stories saying, hey, we're on the App Store now. So we wanted some new people to try it out, see if everything works, work out all the little bugs and kinks, and things seem to be running pretty smoothly right now. So yeah, the website is that was a priority for us, because before starting marketing, when people were going to come to the website, whether it was new users, people curious about the business, investors, or anything, we wanted to have a legit website. So we worked with the great people at Harvest, and our website was released a few days ago, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful. Brandon and Katie and the team really knocked it out of the park.
Yep.
And they really put our vision together, because what the website made us or forced us to do was explain the value of what Pear does
In very few words.
in as simple terms as possible. Because first of all, we need the website, because as we start to reach out to companies, like we start to reach out to Whoop or anybody, having a really good website adds validation. It shows that you're legit, that you're real, and it explains what you do. And especially if we're running ads and perhaps they're checking out our website, whatever, we need a look and feel that feels as professional as what we're trying to do.
Totally.
And so with the App Store, even though we're on the App Store, it's still a beta product.
Yeah, we're still beta.
Until we hit 25, 50,000, 100,000 members, we'll call them members instead of users, we're still figuring out product market fit. We're still figuring out who our exact audience is.
Mhm.
We have a pretty good idea, but it's still beta. It just breaks down the barriers, where before on Test Flight, you had to send a special invite and I had to write a special email, and it was too hard to get on board. But now we're opening up to people. We added the invite button.
Mhm.
So now that people can invite their friends and family just via text. So they send a text.
Mhm.
They receive the text with the link from the App Store. And on the new update, as soon as you do that, if you invited someone, they're automatically your friend. Same if you invite someone from a tribe. So this is just us opening the doors, and it's cool to see the leaderboard keep expanding, because it's people that I have no idea who they are,
I don't know most of the people on Pear anymore.
which is great.
Yep, it's great. I can't just stalk people either.
Oh yeah, why can't you stalk them?
We made everyone's profiles private off the get-go, like when you sign up, when you're doing your onboarding, just for privacy reasons. You're sharing certain health and wellness stats. You might not want people to see that who are not your family or not your friends. So we defaulted it to private. We're going to change it later, where you can choose in your onboarding, which is going to be updated in a couple of weeks. But yeah, we want to make sure that people's data, people are feeling safe, secure, and private, and doing this with people that they only want to show it to. It's not like Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, and it's engineered like that because it's not like there's a bunch of companies like Pear that exist that share your sleep stats and your HRV and your data and all that stuff. And while there isn't really anything you can do with that information, it's such a new concept that just from talking to people and introducing the concept, they felt safest when we explained it as an app to see how your friends and family are doing,
Mhm.
how your people are doing, that it only made sense to make it private first, because they don't want to come in to an app, at least we don't think, and based on the convos we had, where everyone sees their stuff, because they feel like it's their information, right? Your sleep data, it's not normal for it to be shared
Mhm.
with anybody. So we're the first people doing that.
Yeah.
And then in doing so, making it private first is an easy sell to keep people on board. And if the product is made to see how you and your people are doing, then it doesn't need to be super open and social networky.
Even to the point where maybe in the future, we don't show any of it. We just show you if your person is doing good or not. you know, where like completely dumbing it down to the simplest form. You good? Or do you need to be checked in on? So maybe that's too simple. There's always going to be deep dives to go see it, or different things. Like I want to show my mom and my brother certain things, but if my friends from the internet who know me more casually and they want to be friends with me on Pear, well, I'm not going to show them everything. I'll show them if I'm good. I'll show them my vibe score color, but they don't need a deep dive.
Yeah, no, not necessarily.
So, programming different rules for different pods.
Exactly. Different friend types, families, friends, couples, whatever it is.
Because right now we're marketing it as, Pear is something to check in on your closest people, your friends or your family or your couple. If your girlfriend has or your wife has an Oura ring, you have a Whoop, you have different devices. But we don't know in the future how people are going to use it. If tons of families are on it, it means different friends will also be on it, maybe just not together. So maybe they'll want to be on it.
Exactly.
We don't know. We can only build the tools and allow the people to use it as they please.
And the promise of a social network means that there's going to be a lot of people to explore and a lot of like social discovery features. And we don't have those.
No.
So it only makes sense for us and our small team to focus on what we can do really well. Social networks exist. There's all kinds of them, but there's no place where your wearable can give insights to you and your people on how you're doing. And when you explain the app to strangers, because people come up to you all the time, or you're a very friendly person, and they ask, "Hey, what do you do?" Right? Because you chat them up. Your pitch kept evolving until you were able to crystallize an understanding in those people. And that's where to see how your friends and family are doing.
That's the pitch that helped the most. After a year of random people asking me, "What do you do?" This, that. You at first it's like, "Oh, I have an app and it connects wearables," and people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They don't know because they don't even know what a wearable is.
Yeah.
Right. But if I tell them, I can tell an old lady or a 10-year-old person, we built an app that allows you to see how your parents are feeling, how your grandma's doing, how your dad is doing, how your friends are feeling. And they get it right away. They're like, "Wow, you can do that?" Like, yeah, look, here's my mom. She slept great today. Her heart is doing great. That means she's on it.
Yeah, nervous system is doing awesome.
Yeah, mom has been my biggest selling point, to be honest with you. When I show someone, they say, "What do you do?" And I show them and I'm like, "Look, this is my mom. She slept great. She's feeling great. She's purple today. That's my brother, sister-in-law. Those are my friends in Montreal. I changed countries, so I don't see my friends every day, but now I know how they're doing." Right? We're human. We all do the same things. If you have a family, you do stuff with your kids and soccer and dances and whatever. And if you're single and my age, then you're out and about, you golf. Like, we all do kind of the same stuff. So after about 20 years of everyone being on social media, we all do the same things. We all know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But nobody ever knows how they're doing.
And that's the number one question.
And you show what you're doing. Like, I can show a pretty picture of me in a beautiful mountain with palm trees and stuff, but you don't know if I'm having the worst day of my life or the worst week of my life.
And we've seen that with some people on Pairs. Like, their social media looks really beautiful.
Yeah, but they're disasters.
Their vibe average is like 62, and it's like, whoa, there's like an imbalance there. But Pair is a friendly way to see where you're imbalanced and where you can optimize. And the fact that, like, after I show my mom or my brother or my wife on Pair when I'm showing, because I use the same pitch, then I can show, I can like their vibe. I can comment on it. And I show there's always active convos going on. And it's people like mostly just celebrating each other or trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because that's what Pair is all about. It's not about competing. It's about like, like, you're on a 28-day streak, 30-day streak, whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm congratulating you because that's insane. We're being encouraged for doing the good stuff, but we're also curious. Is like, okay, what did you change? How can I apply this to myself? So in the conversations, it's usually like, if you had a low vibe score, you're saying why you had a low vibe score and your friends are commenting. If you had a great vibe score, you say why you had a great vibe score.
Yeah.
And people want to know. So they encourage you or they ask questions. And if you're low vibe, they're there to support you and to help you. So it's beautiful.
And if you're high vibe, they celebrate you. And there's something interesting that's going on because we started measuring respiratory rate as part of the vibe. So if you're breathing higher than usual, it's usually a sign that there's some kind of stress going on. And mom's vibe score has been impacted because her respiratory rate has been increasing.
She told me that this morning when I visited her. And she said the culprit was strawberries.
Yeah. It's been
She's
About
like,
2 weeks.
she's like, I'm trying not to eat Cheerios at night when I'm watching TV. So I'm eating strawberries. But when I eat the unhealthy stuff, my stats are perfect. When I eat strawberries, there's something in it that messes my heart up a little bit.
Yeah. So when she eats strawberries, apparently there's a
Histamine.
lot. Yeah. There's a lot of histamines.
Don't know what that is, but
and when she eats that, it increases her resting heart rate. It increases her respiratory rate. It impacts her vibe score. And the whole point of the vibe score is like, yo, why is it not high? She's like, my HRV is high. Why is my score not good? It's because your respiratory rate. And she's been trying to figure it out. She thought it was watermelon. She thought it was this. So she's got a lot of food sensitivities. So when she sees that there's something off on her score, she's like, okay, what did I eat?
she's always diagnosing her vibe score.
That's the sumac that she put in her salad was skyrocketing her respiratory rate and her resting heart rate. Then she's been trying to figure out, and she never assumed strawberries because like, how could it be strawberries? Strawberries are like, they're healthy. But the histamines in strawberries are messing her up, and she removed them, and her respiratory rate was back to normal. Her resting heart rate went totally good. But what an amazing way. Like
my respiratory rate was really messed up recently, but I had an entire jar of Nutella with a spoon in about 15 minutes.
Wow. So look, I love that. Believe me, I love that.
No, that was a joke. I've done that in the past, but if I did that, yeah, I'd be pretty messed up.
I found that recently when I'm eating Nutella, because I take a rice cake and I put a tablespoon of Nutella on it, my stomach hurts after. Like I ate knives.
Yeah, because rice cakes are stupid.
You don't think it's the Nutella?
No.
Okay.
No, because like recently I had like 5 toasts with Nutella and my stomach was pretty pumped up about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I even had a high vibe score.
Hey, well, and
I love Nutella. I love chocolate. I love Oreos. I ate chocolate this whole weekend. Not a lot of it,
but enough.
But I hadn't had chocolate in like 2 weeks or something. And I wanted it. It was like a long weekend. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I went to World Market, got some Aero.
Did you get the Aero double thing?
Kit Kat Aero? No. I just took a picture of that for you.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I did that. I had chocolate. I had wafers. I had Nutella. But instead of doing it at 8 o'clock at night when watching a movie, I had one Aero bar at like lunchtime and then one at 2 o'clock. And then I had a couple little chocolates at like 4 o'clock. And then at 5, I had a steak and some greens. And that was it.
Well,
right?
that was balanced, right? Like you were overindulging.
So like, I'm not eating healthy stuff. It's not good for my internals, but like if it's a little bit, I hadn't had it in a long time and it didn't mess me up too bad because I did it properly.
Well, a little bit goes a long way. There's user Giuliano. I think he was surprised because he had a cigar and a glass of wine or something and he had like his best vibe score. But a little bit of like fun living, bon vivant living with friends and family and laughs and socializing literally creates a good impact on your nervous system. Even if you ingested some less than ideal stuff, like the fact of breaking bread with people in a social setting brings so much joy.
It's why I really want to put GPS to our app, not to track people, but when 5 people with a vibe score are in the same place, chances are they're together.
Yeah.
Right? Like if 5 people with a vibe score on Pear are at a restaurant, it should ask us, are you with these people? Yeah. And it should be like, if you're with people in a high vibe, like the next day, it should add maybe 5 extra points to your vibe score. Because it's like you hung out with people, you did good stuff, you got decent vibes, +5, you know, for socializing.
The theory would say that it would be baked into your score.
I know, but yeah, incentivizing socializing, right?
Totally.
Because it's so easy to not socialize. We have our phones, we have FaceTime, we have everything we need at home. Like we're not even going to the grocery store.
No, we have everything we don't need at home.
Yeah, exactly. But
if we can incentivize steps, more movement, if we can incentivize social interaction, if we can incentivize not drinking or over consuming at night on like normal nights where you're not out, then we're leading people in the right direction. And the fact that we have a simple score, which is really like a nervous system score. If you're in balance, in balance, your score is going to be solid.
Mhm.
If you went out too hard, your nervous system shot, you're going to see it.
Yeah, or if you're going through insane stress, you're studying for something crazy, you lost your job, you're looking for a job, like stress, anxiety, you'll see that in your HRV and resting heart rate.
Yeah.
Not fully, because the devices aren't fully there to capture the ultimate stress yet, but that's coming.
Yeah, the devices themselves are in the Pong era of development.
Every year they're going to get better.
Like maybe this is a good chance a good time to segue to the Google Fitbit Air.
Mhm.
So the Google Fitbit Air is the new Fitbit under the Google name, because Google owns Fitbit, but they never had like an all-out collab. And it's a screenless band, much like the Whoop. But instead of a $350 US per year band like Whoop is, the Fitbit Air is $99 one time only.
Mm.
And if you want AI insights and stuff, it's like $10 a month. And that's making it so much more affordable for so many people.
Tons of people on Reddit already made the switch.
Already, yeah.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was going through it yesterday.
I think they're shipping like yesterday or to.
I saw people wearing them already. And the big thing, like when I look at both of them next to each other, I still like the way the Whoop looks better.
For sure.
I think it just looks like it has metal on it. It has nicer bands. Looks like a little bit more luxurious to have on your wrist.
It's the ultimate.
And I think the big difference was, for the metrics, I'd say all of the companies are about 90% within each other's ranges. The battery on the Whoop, I just upgraded my Whoop. I had the old one. I just got the new one and I haven't charged it yet. And it's been over a week. It's amazing.
Isn't it crazy?
It's insane. So it's a 2-week battery. The new Google one is a much smaller and thinner device.
It's 7 days.
Maybe better for girls because you can get pink and different things.
Yeah.
And so it's very small and it's more of a 1-week battery.
Yeah, which is still better.
Which is still amazing.
Than the old Whoop that was 2 to 3 days.
It's still better than Whoop. It's still better than Oura. It's still better than Apple.
Yeah, and more companies are going to start releasing these things. And I truly believe that these devices are the vibe measurers, because you can really see how you're vibing by using all the data it gives you and give you that simple vibe score. You can see if you're on the right path or the wrong path.
And our job here, not only to connect people so you guys can see each other's vibes or whatever, but also is to take the very scientific based insights that we're getting from the Whoop app or the Oura app and very much dumbing it down to something where a 5th grader can understand it.
Yeah.
Because like HRV, and we've said it a million times before, like most people don't really know what it means. Even the people who have Whoops don't know what HRV is on our app. So we don't call it that. We call it different stuff. And our job is to make health and wellness lifestyle very easy to enter.
Exactly. So one score to explain all of your stuff is what the vibe score is what we're super proud of, because it makes every device speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it super simple for anyone to understand. And if you can simply see, okay, this is my 30-day chart. This is how I'm doing. Soon we'll be able to see the average of that 30 days as well, which is going to be super helpful. And as long as you're aiming to be, above your average as a baseline, then you are improving your stats. You're improving your stress tolerance. You're reducing your anxiety, and your nervous system is benefiting, which leads to you just having better perspective and a happier life. Legit.
Totally. So all cool stuff within the app. Another point is we are just about to turn on the marketing machine. We've been creating different types of content. We've been talking and working, setting up with new people to start digital marketing and non-digital marketing. So we're in the weeds preparing all that. So very soon you're going to start seeing a lot of Pear action, either from the app or from sponsored posts and different things.
Social media.
And social media. You're going to hear about it all over the place because we're going to target the heck out of y'alls.
Y'alls. Yeah.
We're going to target all of y'alls.
Well, that's the idea, because we have a very simple concept that is, see how your people are doing.
300 million people wear wearables. That was last year's stats. So I'm going to assume it's 350 right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Yeah, it's growing, and
It's
that's what
growing.
it is.
People are wearing their stuff. They're getting more comfortable with stats. I see tons of people texting each other their stats and doing stuff. So we're really just connecting.
Whoop
And it's
Oura
meant to start with your friends and family, your close friends and family. But if it turns into something bigger, we'll tackle that when we get there. But
it can go anywhere. But as a foundation, we're seeing that most of our users are opening the app every single day, which is gigantic. There was an interview with a user today and said, I open it, but I don't really check it like after noon. And it's like, that's totally fine. Like, there's this misconception that for an app to be successful, it needs to be used all day long.
Mhm.
And that's the idea that has come from our current use of social media. That's become so addictive that we think that being on an app all day long is what success means. And no, that's success in a free app that is selling you to advertisers. Spotify, you don't need to be listening to all day long. You get a subscription, and whether you listen to it once a day or once a week, they don't care.
Mhm.
The whole idea is that the user finds value in your product and pays for it. And so once you start playing the time on app game, you start hurting the nervous system of your users, which is not what we want to do. Like,
No.
I want to even bring in screen time into Pear, maybe not to show to people, or maybe whoever you choose you want to show it to, but having that awareness and having Pear, or you be able to see that, when my screen time's crazy, my steps are low and my vibe is low and I feel like shit. And if you can just see that and adjust, you're going to be better off.
what if your screen time is 80? What if 95% of your screen time is used before like 6 o'clock? But then from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock or bedtime, there's almost no screen time. Are you judged based off of, I'm just saying this because let's say people work on their phones all day. Some people,
Yeah.
their job is on their phone.
Yeah.
So they're on it, they're nonstop.
Yeah, that's not most people.
A lot of people though.
Okay.
People. So if I'm on my phone all day, but then at night, I don't even barely touch it unless I'm just answering texts or whatever.
Yeah.
The screen time shouldn't really, my vibe score, if Pear knows that I scrolled for 4 hours at night, it should affect my vibe score because it generally, it really
shouldn't.
does.
That's not the way, it's not the way I want it to work. The whole idea is I want Pear to work or the vibe score to work like a scale.
Mhm.
Whether you binged at 11 p.m. or at 3 p.m., you're either heavier or lighter when you get measured. So the idea is if you're on your phone all day long, and then at night you're not on your phone, and your vibe is good, you're cool. If you're seeing that the more screen time you have, the lower your vibe is, it doesn't matter when it is, it doesn't matter. It just shows.
Yeah, if the correlation makes sense.
And if you're telling me that most people are on their phones for work all day long and there's no Insta time or no Facebook time.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is no doom scrolling. Checking your phone doesn't change anything. Doom scrolling is what kills people.
Yeah.
Or just being on your phone all day.
That brain rot app, I think it just measures your time of the day, how often you're on. Maybe it's app based, I don't know. But the whole idea is if you're doing enough to hurt your nervous system, you're going to see it.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing that days where you have no screen time,
you have better vibes.
Your vibes are way better. Then it's going to start to show.
Well, I know that if I'm scrolling through TikTok or Instagram in my bed, my vibe scores are usually bad because my sleep is affected and my HRV is affected from the scroll.
Yeah.
Whereas and I've said it a million times before, if I'm watching a movie, let's say I'm watching a movie in the 3 hours leading up to bed and even in my bed versus scrolling in my bed for 3 hours, vibe score is going to be way better with the movie.
Yeah, for
the movie is one thing. It's a story that you're following. Your cortisol is low. If you're scrolling and then, one thing, there's fucking tits bouncing. And then the next thing, it's someone complaining about politics. And the next thing, it's two people screaming at each other. And the next thing, it's a car crash, right?
It's 3 to 5 second bursts.
Exactly. So it's and in those 3 to 5 seconds, they're always trying to get your attention in the first millisecond. So everything you're seeing is a poof, poof, poof. It's like a punch to the face every time.
Yeah. So that's why the Brick app really helps.
Mhm.
Shout out Brick. I wish we had a affiliate code. We will one day.
We will soon.
One of our members might be working at Brick soon.
Oh yeah, nice.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea. If we do have a marketplace of stuff, we want to sell products that actually have clear benefit. So the Brick app allows you to choose the apps you want to freeze. Like let's say mine at 7:45, it shuts off Instagram and YouTube and my browsers.
Mhm.
So my phone is bricked essentially at 7:45. So I can't even like go on and get lost in it. Because
Nothing more annoying than me sending him a reel he absolutely needs to see, and he checks it 48 hours later. And then he responds to it, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
don't hate the player, hate the game. But for real, like there's no benefit. There's some entertainment value of being on Instagram and stuff, but I think you were saying it is like if you could get Pear to accomplish whatever Instagram does for you and you could just delete Instagram.
I've been wanting to delete Instagram for 2 years. It's not a joke. And I hate it. Every time I'm on it, I fucking hate it. It pisses me off because I see something cool, then I go into the comments to see what the discourse is, and it's terrible always, no matter what. It's always the worst place. But like I said, almost every investor I got was through my social media following. Every relationship I have built over the last 15 years. I've been on the internet hard presence for 15 years.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Back in the day, I joined Facebook. I had like the most Facebook friends. I joined Instagram, thousands of followers. Created my car thing, 100,000 followers. Not that I am. When I go into something, I always want to go hard.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. It's just that it was a different game before. There weren't reels.
Exactly. It was a totally different game.
It turned into TikTok.
It turned into TikTok in the worst way. To the point where I actually prefer TikTok than Instagram these days.
Okay, why is
I don't know anybody on TikTok. Like I don't really follow friends and stuff like that on there. But I don't know. It just gives me better stuff. It gives me.
You say it's more long form?
It is. It's like the videos are like 1 to 5 minutes, not with huge cuts usually.
More
at least in my feed.
Yeah.
And it's someone telling a story about their day or their house or their. The only thing I hate about TikTok is it loves to give me people who are dying. It's like, stay here for the whole minute so that I can make money to pay for the surgery or like that kind of shit. You go on TikTok and it's just, I nonstop like cancerous children and like,
that's tough.
Like fucking, it's so depressing.
Yeah.
And like young, pretty people.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't like to see that, but it's a reality of the world, but it's being presented to me, but it kills my vibe. But anyway, all that social media stuff.
I don't have TikTok and we know it's not a secret that the current state of social media deteriorates mental health and increases anxiety and makes you compare with other people and makes you feel shitty about yourself. Like that's like, it's not a secret.
No.
So I think what we're building is an antidote to that. We're not here to replace it because I see social media more as a media platform.
And you're never going to even see like ads. We don't want to ever have ads. And that's why we're going to start charging for Pear in a few months because we believe we have a great product that brings value to a lot of people and they're willing to pay a couple bucks a month for it to not have all that bullshit, sponsored posts, this, that. Obviously we want to make money.
Bunch of influencers peddling stuff.
Yeah. So we want to obviously Pear needs to make money. So charging a little bit of money per month, per year, whatever it is, that's one thing. And if you ever do see something sponsored, it would literally be with a brand that we love, who would be maybe sponsoring a leaderboard or a small section in Pear, but they would also give you deals and discounts and fun stuff. Like they'd be more of a partner.
Or giveaways too, yeah.
Yeah, like it's the way we're setting it up. We already started talking to different brands just to see how they could get involved. And because we're trying to incentivize our members too. It's like, yo, like this is a cool new world. Here are some fun perks, and brands in the space love supporting anyone's journey. So figuring out a fun, easy way to get brands involved with our people.
Yeah, that's the only way. If brands can support the wellness journeys of our members and support them for their consistency and their efforts, then that's what we're interested in. Mm-hmm. What we're not interested in is
making you spend money on products nonstop.
Or just keeping you addicted to an app all day long. Mm-hmm. Like if you just use it 5 minutes a day and we can offer you some great products in our marketplace section or whatever, good. But the main thing, see how your people are doing. And I believe firmly that, like you said, how many people are using wearables. They're using wearables now in a way where it's to, track their REM sleep and see what their recovery is. But it's such a great insight to how people are actually doing that I think there's going to be a whole economy built on top of vibes.
What's that economy called?
The vibe economy. where it's kind of an evolved form of capitalism called conscious capitalism, where it's not just companies marketing whatever they want at the detriment of their users, but an economy built on rewarding users or people for good behavior that leads to a better world.
I mean, it's not in our marketing or anything we say usually, but I always say simple terms. Pear is a place where Pear is about feeling good. It's about feeling good and making sure that people around you feel good and encouraging that. Everyone likes to feel good. Nobody wants to wake up in the morning and hate themselves. Nobody wants to wake up in the morning stressed or feeling like shit. And nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to be mad. Pear helps you regulate your nervous system, helps you check in on the people that you love or the people that mean something to you, right? There's people, I have friends on Pear that I've never met in person. They're in my internet friends section, but they're people I've been talking to for 10 years. You kind of build this weird relate. That's the world we live in.
Totally.
Right?
I'm even meeting people in Pear.
Yeah, I've met people in Pear who I don't
nice,
know.
so supportive. Shout out Malf.
Exactly.
Shout out Giuliano.
So I think we're doing a lot of great things, and now we are at the point where we are confident and proud of our product, and it's time for us to share it with the world. So we're learning and figuring out how to share that and which messages work to bring in the most people.
Yeah,
and then
I think consistency of spreading that message is gonna help us find the best message, because it's not just gonna be, try this word, try this text, and figure it out. It's just like doing what we're doing now. It's like I'm feeling inspired, and it's a very simple concept, but people will benefit. The biggest cause of cancers and sickness and disease and all that stuff is just continuous stress. It's just stress always. The nervous system just constantly taxed. And if we can give a reason to people to aim to improve that on a daily basis, then over time we're going to be creating much healthier people who can create much better world.
But also, like, what's it called? A really popular NASCAR driver died this weekend. Huge guy. I don't watch NASCAR, but I know the guy.
Was it the Coca-Cola 600 or something?
Like, he didn't die in NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
No, he died in the hospital.
Oh.
Kyle Busch, like, everyone in motorsport knows that guy's name because he's a killer. It's like, not Max Verstappen, but like Lewis Hamilton or some good guy.
In his world, he's huge.
In his world, he's huge. He had something that he didn't check out. He said, I'm busy, I gotta work, I gotta go do this, do that. And left whatever it was untouched for a week or two or three. Continued racing, did that stuff. Finally, he went to the hospital because he wasn't feeling good, and he died right there in the hospital.
What was it?
Pneumonia. Had he been on Pear, or maybe had a wearable, even not on Pear, I'm not saying you could detect it, but those things allow, like, if pneumonia messes up your respiratory rate or messes up this, messes up that, your Whoop detects it, it sees it, and it won't tell you you're sick, but it'll say, hey, something's weird. Maybe check in on your doctor.
Yeah, your Whoop would tell you that something's off.
And I even see on Reddit, people have had notifications from Whoop like, your levels are way off. Go see a doctor. So that's like, just having that, like, I could see abnormalities in people, in my friends or family.
Like,
I mean, like mom, it's like, yo, you're doing this for like 3 or 4 days. Right now, I have to go in there and diagnose it and see it. But soon, Pear will be like, yo, your mom, like, I'll see a notification, Andy, your mom's, this level has been low for 3 days. Check in on her, make sure she's okay. Like, that's a freaking powerful tool.
And it becomes less of like this, like, oh, cool.
It's not about your vibe
business world. It's like called, is it nice to have or is it essential? Like Life 360. Life 360 concept, if you don't know what it is, it allows you to see where your family members are. And everyone says, yeah, but doesn't Find My Friends do that? Or what is it called?
Apple, Find My Friends.
Apple. Yes, but it's such a better interface. It's not just on Apple. Like it's
for anybody.
It's for anybody. It's a super clean way to see it. You can comment. You can see your people on a map. It's like really fun and animated. They're worth, they do 500 million in sales. I think they're worth like $5 billion, and they're solving a problem.
If your daughter left her friend's house at 7 p.m. and she got to a house party at 8:30 p.m., well, it would say, little Linda just arrived at this destination, ping on the map. if there's a problem, mom doesn't hear back from the daughter, she's at a house party. He was like, well, I know where she is. I'm going to get her.
Yeah, parents and their teens. Like I think Carson's sister said she was at one place, but was at another.
Oh,
and
yeah.
her parents got her in trouble.
Yeah.
But the idea there, it's like, that's a crucial thing. Whether you're a parent with a teen, because the teenage years are like rogue years, right? Like we were rogue, doing crazy stuff. If we had, it would give our parents way better peace of mind if we at least said where we were going, right? Because we always have to call, right? I'm there, I made it. But in that way, still the parent wants to see the kid. I mean, us.
My little GPS thing would be tossed on a lawn in a place I lied.
Yeah, but the concept of it's a great product for parents and teens.
Of course, it's huge,
and
it's
Pear,
a $6-7 billion company right now.
Yeah, and if their value proposition is see where your people are.
See where your people are. Ours is check in, see if your people are okay, see if your people are alive.
Yeah, like what if your kid's in the basement, but his HRV is trash, his vibe score is trash, his sleep
he's going through a drug overdose.
Yeah, like you could see, because like just being present, you don't know what's going on, and you can track things so much faster.
Yeah, a feature we're working on, I'm lying, we're not working on it at all, but I keep thinking about it, is the live pulse, to be able to check like if I haven't heard from my mom and I can't contact her,
because she left her phone under the couch.
Yeah, because she's a boomer. I don't want to have to drive to her house under extreme stress and then find her on her couch and then scream at her for not being with her phone. It's like, press her little picture. Last pulse, 2 minutes ago, everything's great. All right, fine. It's insane.
Oh yeah, totally. And imagine, well, this is like, because I'm always trying to work around things until we have the actual thing that does what we want. I was just thinking, like, what if she just got a message, like a text once an hour? We just like, click this to show you're good. That might be annoying as hell. But the idea, like, because we face that.
The reason why is because she doesn't check her texts.
Yeah. But our dad, when he died, we couldn't fucking find him for like 12 hours.
Yeah. So the day before my dad died, or 2 days before, he was in Arizona, and he was going, and I was in Montreal with you. We were working with our dad for our dad, and I had to do some stuff for him. He needed deliverables to be ready for this convention that we were all going to, and it was my first convention, maybe your first or second convention with him. And I was like, okay, great. And I was like, Dad, like I need some money. I was like saving for something. This was like 12, 13, 14 years ago.
Saving for rims.
I was saving for something. I was like, can you like give me a little extra? He's like, yeah, I'll give you $1,000 in the States. Oh, nice, American money. So I was like, okay, cool. So like all the 2-3 days leading up to it, I had to do so much. I had to plan our entire show, 50 by 50 booth, whatever the hell it was. It was all craziness, get all these things done. Anyway, next day, it's like the morning before, and I'm like, okay, where are you? Okay, call him, didn't answer. Okay, he's probably doing his normal routine in Arizona.
He always answered his phone.
He always answered. He always did this. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Got to meet him next week. I need to know certain things. Like, what the heck is going on? And then anyway, like 14 hours later, like I called my uncle who was in Arizona. I was like, yo, like, can you like go to the house and check on my dad? He's like, yeah, he calls me back. I'm like, anyway, my dad was on the floor dead, died of an aneurysm. And, but yeah, Pear could have maybe helped us in that situation, or having the pulse thing, you know?
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit, your dad has no pulse. Not great, but like, okay, let me figure this out instead of me dying for 15 hours straight trying to think of the worst.
Well, and at least it would shorten the time, right? Because like, you know, life alert when people fall, wow, I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, like that thing. A guy I was talking to at the Henry the other day, you know, the guy who was wearing the Oura ring, he said his mom fell and her phone messaged, like gave her a pop-up that said, it seems you have fallen, because it's measuring that. Do you want to reach out to someone? But she like didn't do anything. I'm like, but you, dude, should have been connected to that. And you can through Apple Health in those certain ways. And if we can enable those things to be better, then we should absolutely do that. Because how are your people doing? Alive is a big one. You know, like that's a major key right there.
Yeah, like I'm planning to go home to Montreal. Like home is Arizona now, but like my born and raised in Montreal next couple of weeks. And I want to get my grandma a device so that I can see her and also use her as a marketing tool. But
the Google Fitbit Air would probably be the best for her.
Whatever it is, I want to get her something because that would be great. I don't talk to my grandma every day. I should, but I don't. But if I could see levels are chill, or if I could see some irregularities, she lives 45 minutes away from everybody else in Montreal, right? So, and they all have Pear. So there's no reason grandma should not be on Pear. So and she's pretty good with technology.
She is. She emails. She watches
emails. She FaceTimes me. She sent me a reel the other day.
She plays games on iPad. Yeah, for
95, 94, 95.
Yeah, she's legit. Shout out, yeah.
Shout out, yeah. Oh no, Angela's gonna listen to this.
What do you mean? Oh no.
I texted Scott on the way here. I said I might come in a week. Surprise though.
Okay,
but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's
okay. I'll just release this in 2 months.
There we go. So yeah, that's what's going on with Pear right now. So to sum it all up, we created an awesome app that allows you to check in on your friends and family to see how they're doing, how they're feeling. If they're stressed, if they slept, you can see it all. I love that I can see all my closest friends and family. How amazing.
We turn wearables into vibe machines.
Exactly. So we did that. We're ramping up, starting the marketing. We're doing all the prep for that. Website is up, so go take a look. Also,
www.pear.app.
I'm also going to say, if you are on the app of Pear, and if you enjoy it, I would really, really, really love you to give us an App Store review. That will help us so much with investors, with Apple, with even with the Whoop people. Like, the more legit we look, the better it is for us. And
I guys love it too.
And you guys have all helped us out so much. Like, we wouldn't be where we are without all the people that helped us beta test. We learned so much with the different devices, different types of people who are maybe biohackers, people who are very average, normal like me, people who are better like you, people who are way worse.
Well, it's not about better. There's different people.
Lifestyles who live a healthier life.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
Like friends of mine who drink more daily, like they're not getting wrecked, but they'll have their daily wine. There's a lot of learning that we did.
It all made
to calibrate devices, to better the vibe score, to learn a lot. So without you guys and girls,
we couldn't do it.
We couldn't do it. So thank you. And yeah, that's all. We're at the very beginning. We're also going. Oh, also thank you for our investors. If you guys are listening, that's a great help. We put a lot of time and effort and money into this of our own. The move to the States to start a new business, the investment required was crazy. And you guys helping us out and investing and believing in us, you don't know how much that helps. Like, the amount of everything it solves and helps for us. And there's some people who have asked if we're going to keep raising. And yes, we are. This was only the pre-seed round, friends and family. So another round is coming soon in a few months, and I'll keep you guys posted. This round is going to be less risky because, well, it is. A pre-seed round is the risk round. People are taking a risk on us. They're putting a bet on us. They like the product. They know the people. They trust.
It's all, any investment is a risk though. There's like, less risky, more risky. It's like,
no, I know, but now you see there's people, there's employees, there's a team, there's a ton of users, there's a marketing, there's a plan.
Yeah, of course.
It's a less risky time to invest.
Sure. Yeah.
So that is what we're up to. We're going to keep you posted on that. And yeah, we're going to continue turning this app into something really cool and eventually a lifestyle that people live by.
Absolutely. Like, that's what this is all about. If people can measure their vibe and improve it and inspire the people around them to do the same, we will live in the greatest era of civilization. The future is awesome.
Totally. So with that, we're going to let you go. We'll see you in next week, next month. Who knows? But we'll see you.
Well, yeah, in the spectrum of time, whether we take 4 months off or 2 months off or 1 day off, it doesn't matter. There's going to be just a series of episodes that people will be able to binge and listen to.
Yeah, I want to change the format a little bit.
That's what we say every time. But
yep. So no, but even a podcast format, maybe
talk into the mic,
like a news, like something a little bit more unique and different. Because I do feel like people, our users and friends listen to the podcast. I think they listen to it more than they watch it.
I agree. It should be like a show. I want it to be more of a fun show.
Because I'm thinking like, okay, we do this, we put the clips, fine. Cool. But like 185,000 people per second on Instagram are also putting clips. And not only that, but the clip farms that people pay out there on it's like you have 50,000 people. Like, if we put ourselves on a clip thing, we can have clips all day, every day. And that's what the internet is. So when you see just another person talking, I'd like something to stand out a little bit extra.
Well, yeah, because everyone is
But that's
doing
for new
the
people.
Joe Rogan format, two people talking, they clip it. He did it naturally, no click farms.
Yeah, he
or
was the first.
or clip farms, and they just do it. But if you have something original and great like a show, you don't have to do all those tactics, because all those people doing that are saying the exact same thing as each other.
Yeah, and everyone sounds
They're
so
all-
smart. Everyone's talking in a serious tone.
They're all trying to be Andrew Tate or an Andrew Tate variant or whatever influencer variant, and they're selling some fucking bullshit course.
I'm going to say this before we go because it's very funny to me. I think it's the Call Her Daddy podcast. It's a very popular one.
Yeah,
one of the biggest
I've heard of
ones.
it. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. So apparently, like, her main demographic is like young, girly feminists type thing. I don't need no man. I'm an independent woman. And the main message, and I'm fine with that. You guys do whatever you want. And the main message has always been like that. But the girl now who hosts the podcast married some rich stud and is pregnant and is doing all the motherly things that you see on the other side of the internet.
The trad wife stuff.
The trad wife. So she's going complete 180 against what she's been building for the last time. So she's getting wrecked
by her main crew.
Like,
how she'll find a new
you
demographic.
deceived us. How could you do this? Blah, blah, blah. It's like that guy on Instagram. I used to follow him, Hub's Life.
Cool.
You know, the guy who he's like a good looking, normal dude. He would slide his laptop into his briefcase. He would go to his office. Very mundane 9-to-5 life.
Oh, yeah.
The 9-to-5 life is not bad. Like, he's a normal guy, make $150K a year, nice living, great wife, house, kid, the whole thing. But he was showing this life is not bad. And he built millions of followers. Like, he was, and I even followed him.
Because it was super authentic.
I loved his boring life.
Yeah.
But then he quit his job to become an influencer full time. And he lost a bunch of followers. His entire thing is negative. I understand his pivot. I would have done it too.
Yeah.
But his core crew, he's doing the opposite of what he told them. So we're starting to see that. But
not everything is forever. People evolve. People change.
That's what I noticed on the internet is they get really mad when people evolve because they started following you for one reason, which is fine. And we haven't, like, the internet's been around for a long time, but the social media one, the big social media has only been around for like 10 years. And that's how long it takes for someone to really like start to change. Where who we were 10 years ago, we're not today. So that girl who's doing her podcast or these people, they change, they evolve, but the users, the listeners aren't.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's a tale as old as time. You know, when a band makes music and they grow all this huge fan base and they love their stuff, but then they change their style because they want to create and be human, because to be human is to change and evolve.
Yeah.
But so all these great bands that we know, as soon as they change their sound or their style, their fans hate it and it's crap and it's this. So they end up like just playing the hits for the rest of their lives and they hate it. But that's just normal.
Yeah, I think people forget that people change and people evolve. And just because you were one way 10 years ago or you said something 10 years ago, like,
yeah,
you learned differently and you evolved.
Yeah, Pear will evolve as we learn more stuff, and it'll change directions as we evolve. But the idea is, it's good for business not to change, but it's good for being human to evolve.
Yes,
and that's.
I also want to prove to the world that you don't have to dance on Reels and Instagram and TikTok and do all this bullshit you don't want to do online to have a successful business. So I'm going to go ahead and prove that, because although I consume Reels a lot and stuff, I don't want to make them.
Well, I'm with you. Because the idea is, this is our idea. The people who are making videos all day long, I would guess maybe a portion of them, their nervous system is shot because they're like super stressed about.
Well, they have to be creative and original all day long.
They're looking at what's working, not what's working, and they're looking at their likes and this, and they're engaging so that they can get more followers, and they're doing all that stuff. But when you do that, your ability to be creative is dwindled, right? Because the more stressed you are, the less creative you can be, because the less perspective you have. If we can prove in business, like our business, everyone in the company has a wearable and tracks their vibe and tries to optimize themselves, creating more room for creativity and perspective, therefore finding white spaces that are profitable and doing things that make you more money. That's the whole idea, is what we're trying to demonstrate. We can get all the new startups to work on the Pear system once we prove that we're worth 250 million, you know?
Yeah.
Because you need that proof, right? Nobody ever asked me for fitness advice if they didn't see abs, right? Like, Jim and Zur and those guys, like they would never ask me if I was like 25% body fat.
Yeah, of course.
And they didn't care. I would never tell them, like, they wouldn't say, oh, why do you fast? Oh, because it's good for my blood sugar levels. And no, it's like, I want abs, bro. So it's like, I want to be rich.
Mhm.
Well, you got to vibe to be rich. Like that's what we want to create.
Yeah.
And if we can create a system where you actually get paid to vibe.
The future's bright, guys. It may not look so on the internet, but get off your phones, go outside. Future's beautiful.
Yeah, go for
Life
a
is
walk.
beautiful.
Take out those AirPods.
You could be miserable if you want to, but you could also not be miserable if you want to. So try that.
Yeah. And calories, content is like calories. You consume too much, you rot your brain just like you rot your gut.
Yeah. But with that, we're going to close this out. It is May 20-something.
May 25th.
It's May 25th. Summer is upon us. I know a lot of our listeners and friends and family are from Montreal, which had an awful winter, started in like in October, finished a week ago. So I really want everyone, and I was so happy to see the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs. So Montreal Canadiens were in the playoffs. The Formula One race was just in Montreal. So I think like I hadn't seen so much joy and love and happiness coming out of my Montreal algorithm than I did this summer. Like, or this weekend, honestly. So really pumped that all my friends in Montreal are now thriving and they've got a couple good months ahead of them. So
Game 3 tonight, the series against the Hurricanes is tied at 1-1. And I've been benefiting my vibe score because I don't have to watch the game on East Coast time.
It's true.
So everyone is watching the games and staying up and hurting their scores. But look,
our games, they're done at 7:00.
Yeah,
it's actually perfect now because I finished, and I don't watch hockey. It's been years, but I have been watching these playoffs mostly because it's fun. And it's nice because the game starts at 4 p.m. It finishes by 6:37 and I go walk my dog. The sun is not down, but it's low. So the pavement isn't hot anymore.
Once we get to the Stanley Cup finals and we're on West Coast time, then that streak of mine is probably going to go bad because I've got to stay up and finish the games.
Well, I'll say this.
Or I can watch it the next day.
If we make the Stanley Cup finals, to all my friends over the last 20 years that I took to games every week, if you guys have season tickets and you want to repay the invites, I'm accepting. I'll come to a final game. I'll even spend a little bit of money for it because that would be fun. I feel like that's a once in a generation thing now. Like the last time the Habs were at the Stanley Cup finals was the 93.
No, 2021.
We made the final?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we lost. But
okay, so we've not done that.
And I'm pretty sure. I'm no professional here. I'm no stat. But yes, they went to the finals and then they rebuilt.
Nice. Well,
and no, I'm into it. So on that note,
everyone, rock over London, rock on Chicago. Have a good day, and we'll see you in the next time.
May the vibes be with you.